Hello, Heather Broadbent here, violinist and instructor at Online Violin Education, where I train violinists all over the world how to improve their technical skill sets for more melodic playing. I am so glad you're here for the 5-day third position challenge. So this challenge is excellent for third position newbies and also for violinists that have had experience in third position. It's important to go through the challenge every day for the 5 days, and at the end you'll notice quite the difference in your third position world, your third position tool in your tool set for the violin journey. Now, what we're going to start off with is the third position fundamentals for today, okay? Fundamentals, right? The word fun is in fundamentals. So third position I call the base camp for your mountain hike. Say you're hiking up the Himalayas and you have to prepare yourself for those higher altitudes, right? So third position is like the base camp. It's your preparation camp. So you know first position really well, and your first time out of first position is with third position. That's why it's kind of like the base camp. So you're gonna learn all the fundamentals here that actually will apply in all of your studies of other positions, okay? So that's why it's so fun to go through this challenge, because honestly you can take the same formula with this challenge and use it, apply it to any position, okay? So first off, third position fundamentals. It's extremely important that you're reading note names and not numbers. If you're reading numbers and you in first position and you go into third position, you're going to find that you'll get a splitting headache trying to read those numbers in third, because it's just not going to work. So whatever formula you're using to read the numbers in first, it's going to completely fail you when you move up the instrument to different positions. So if you find you are a number reader, then you need to stop right now and read note names in order to be successful within third position and other positions on the violin. I've written a blog post about this, and I've actually made a couple of videos to help you along if you find that you are a number reader, okay? And I'll put the link in the description below and you can access those. So if you're a number reader, that is on your checklist to do for challenge of day one challenge, is to read the blog post about reading note names as opposed to numbers. Then the next step in the third position fundamentals is we have to find third, right? We have to get there. So first position, we have D, E, F sharp, G. I just played on the D string. You take that 3 and you replace it with your 1. And now you're in third position. Okay, if you play just a couple notes in third, we'd have the first finger on D for G. It matches your open G. Your second finger on D for A matches your open A. If you just want to go up the scale to play B and C, you can. Okay, so that is how you find third. It's your third finger in first position. Now, I always suggest all my students, when they work in positions, to not only find it like we did from first position, but to find it visually, orally, and physically. So you have 3 tools to rely on to get you into your new position, okay? So physically, you want to be able to feel, okay, where's third? I can find third, right? You want to physically feel where it is. Is there anything on the instrument that you can use as your guide of where that third position is, or how it feels in your arm when you play in third position? So the best way to achieve the physical knowledge of third is to take the hand away and to come back and then play the note. Okay, so you can know, okay, yes, that's how it physically feels. That way, no matter where you're coming to or from, you know, this is third position, okay? So that is a physically feeling. Obviously, you need to hear, so we need to know, okay, this is a G. That's why it's also very important to know your note names to help with your intonation. If you think this is a 1, you have no reference on what exact pitch that is. So you really need to know, okay, this is a G. Hear the G in your mind before you play it, and also check with your open G that it's in tune, okay? And obviously, before you do any of your challenge days or any practicing at all on the violin, you really need to make sure your violin's in tune, or else the practice is all for naught, right? Okay, so you're finding third, you know physically, you know what it sounds like orally, and you need to visually see. So you can even use your eyes. Okay, it is about right there, and then you can use all 3 at once. Your eyes, your ears, and your physical hand. Okay, so those are the 3 things. So your exercise then to take away for the challenge for today is to take the hand away and come back and play on every single string so you know exactly where that 1 is, okay? And then the next step, so your third part of the challenge is to create your hand frame. Now, if you've worked with me in some courses or online, you know that I always talk about the hand frame. And the hand frame is basically the distance between your 1 and your 4, okay? And that your hand is set up properly, and you know that distance between the 1 and the 4. Okay, so from G to C. Now, you need to realize when you go into third that the distance between the 1 and 4 is going to be smaller than the distance from 1 to 4 in first. Okay, so the more you work up the instrument, the higher you go, the higher altitude, elevation that you're going in, the intervals get even smaller, smaller. It's like the air getting thinner in the mountains, right? It's like smaller, smaller, smaller as you go up. So just keep that in mind. So that's a really good exercise. Set up the hand frame on every single string, first and fourth finger, and know your note names. And think the note names and visualize those notes on the staff while you're doing these exercises. Visualize what they look like on the staff. Then the next step is to review those note names. Think, okay, how do I play B on the D string in third position? Okay, that would be third finger, a whole step away from 2, in order to play B on the D string. So give yourself a little quiz. And if you need to, actually make yourself some flashcards. You know, write out the note on the staff. Say you're going to do C on the G string, which is middle C on the piano. Put that on the one side of the flashcard, flip it over, and write third position G1. So you know exactly what finger, what string in the position to play that note. It's really important to visualize, so you can always quiz yourself with flashcards. And then the next step is to get to reading and third. So we're going to continue with that in the next couple days. So enjoy the challenge, you've got your action step takeaways, and stay tuned for tomorrow's challenge where we're going to be talking about all about scales within third position. Ciao!